What's up, guys, and welcome back to DeeterPlays. We've got some Roblox news here for you, some things for developers to know, and then some leaks and things that are probably going to be coming out next month. So let's get started. This brand new thing here, this is the first ever Builder Challenge. This is a really cool thing that Roblox is starting to do here now. So this is the very first time they've done it. They're trying to encourage people to just use the tools inside of Roblox Studio in order to build a world, and they're going to have different themes and everything for these challenges. Not sure how often they're going to be doing these because there's a little bit of a timeline thing here that will let you know how the timeline and everything is all set up. But in order to do this, like if you guys are good at building in Studio, you might want to check this out. And it seems like it might be a fairly simple sort of setup. You know, just kind of getting to know things. Trying to do some of this stuff within Roblox Studio is not really too hard. But basically, this is the first Builder Challenge of all, and it says builders that win the contest will receive a special sort on the games page so that everyone can easily observe your creation. So they'll be providing the winners with a special blog post alongside a video showcasing their creations. So that is really cool. There's going to be basically some exposure for winning these. It doesn't look like there's any sort of like cash prize or anything, but it's going to be like good for maybe trying to get someone's names out there if they're just kind of new to building. So this is their first challenge, and they want you to know it's like Studio is a very powerful engine with robust tools and things on there. So they're trying to focus on building within Studio without external software. I'm not sure if that's exactly how every single builder challenge is going to be, or maybe if that's just part of the focus for this first challenge, but they do have a theme. The theme for this first challenge is the Ancient Forest Ravine. So basically they want you to build something, a low poly sort of ravine, and use some of the terrain tools, water systems to fill it with water and movement and life. So it's not going to be like a building thing. They kind of want you to kind of build an outdoor sort of thing, kind of utilize some of the stuff that they've got in there, and something that kind of like looks like a nature environment. So and it's up to you basically if it's going to be something like from the future where nature is taken over, or a land full of magic. It's basically up to you, and they're encouraging you guys to use your imaginations to build whatever you want. But there are a few rules and a few restrictions, and they're going to do judging based on team size. That's going to be the categorization. So the rules here, they want a low poly aesthetic. So they just kind of, it doesn't need to be like too, you know, high render, high poly graphics, that sort of thing. They just want a simple kind of low poly kind of look to it. They want you to feature terrain, so things like plants and water. Use the built-in materials to create flat material appearance. So I'm not sure, that's a little vague to me a little bit, just because, I mean, there's some things that it's already flat. There's some blocks things, but like trying to use other built-in materials that they've got there to make it appear sort of flat, I guess. But you can use scripts to trigger certain events. So, but which is interesting, it's like no gameplay. So that's one of the restrictions. We'll look at the restrictions here, but you can have certain things like if you walk in a certain area, maybe a bird flies in or something really cool happens, to just kind of utilize and show off the environment. So it says ideally designed for first-person view. So they're probably going to be going in there and doing their judging from first-person view, walking around, looking at the layout. And it says all assets must be made by the individual team for this demo, so they have to make their own assets. And one of the restrictions here, it says no assets from previous games or showcases. So basically only brand new stuff can be used. Other restrictions are no external software. I think that would mean like you can't like build things in Blender and then export it or import it into Roblox. You have to build everything inside of Roblox using their tools. No licensed content, obviously. No gameplay. So yeah, it's just going to be a showcase, guys. It's not going to be intended to be a game. It's a showcase just to kind of show the environment that you can create. You cannot require any plugins or tools for it to function. You can't reference any external Roblox content, so other external content cannot be referenced in there. No assets from the toolbox. So there's certain things you just have to build it. It's all basically from scratch, and this is their judging criteria that they're going to be looking at with all of these that they're going to be going through. Consistency of the environment, just just kind of the way it feels. Same materials, like it's the same world. It doesn't feel like it's inconsistent, and it's like you're from several different places inside of here. Variety of points of interest, so they kind of want you to kind of make something fairly decent size and just show off some different areas. Like so any kind of like forest, rainforest. It sounds like they kind of want a really cool like forest sort of environment. General aesthetic qualities, they're just going to look at what people use for colors, points of interest, the density of everything that's built, or if it's just kind of a big open sort of thing. And also creative solutions to limitations within the engine, because they're also trying to kind of like get some feedback from people who are builders in here as well. So that is the first builder challenge. This looks really cool. It sounds like they're going to be taking submissions through August, and the winners will be announced in October. So they're going to spend some time in September and October, it sounds like, going through, looking at all the environments and doing the judging, and hopefully they'll learn some good information from builders and how they can improve the engine overall. So moving on to the next thing, something here which is also something that the devs might care a little bit more. Now that was more of a modeler thing. This is more of a scripter thing over here. So there's a new script editor that they've added here in Studio. So now there's basically some improvements and things that just make it cleaner. So if you guys have ever done coding or anything, sometimes, you know, you want to make sure that the functions and things, they're lined up correctly and you know what matches with what within brackets and all that stuff. So now they've got some new formatting improvements. So the script sidebar no longer displays fold indicators for code blocks that are not collapsible. So that is fine. It shouldn't be there anyways if it's not collapsible. It says an extra line and indentations are automatically added when you press enter. So you don't have to go in there and set up all the alignment by yourself. It's just automatically going to do the indentations and set it up for you. So it's just kind of easy. And I'm sure you can go backspace and you can kind of remove any of those indentations that are used. Auto code block completion is smarter about nested code blocks on the same line. So again, it's about lining it up and making it look a little easier and more readable actually as well. Auto indentation is smarter about aligning the closing line of a code block as well. So that is about the auto indentation and things that they've got going on here. They've got a little sample here. Also, they're adding the fact that you can see spaces and tabs, because previously you couldn't really see those in the right way, but now there's visible white space and you can actually turn this on and turn it off. And there's also moving blocks and lines. So you can actually grab lines of code or blocks of code, and then you can use these hotkeys to move those lines up and down. You can do Alt plus the arrows up or down, and then you can just grab lines of code and just move them around. So it's going to be much easier for scripters to navigate and to be able to, if they have any errors or any problems, they'll be able to go through and debug a little bit easier as well. Okay, so moving on to some of these other items as a part of the news, we are talking about some of these leaks that are coming out. So these items, it's kind of early for these items to be leaked, but usually what they do is every month they've got gift card items. My guess is that's what these are, and we're also going to talk about how they're sort of following this interesting trend with these. So this first item here that we're going to look at is the purple leopard shades. Now if you guys look, it's pretty much a retexture of something else. I mean, they've got tiger shades, they've got several different shades, so who knows exactly what the original mesh is that they used here, but it looks very similar to this one. These other ones are definitely copied, and like last month, basically what they did, it was a retexture of the items that were the gift cards, and it looks like they're probably starting to do that again. So again, this is like they're not really adding new stuff to the avatar shop. If you look in the avatar shop, most of the stuff that you're seeing here is if you go to the most recent release stuff, it's mostly UGC. You don't see a whole lot of stuff that was made by Roblox or added by Roblox, and we're seeing more and more of these guys just basically who are designing UGC items. There's more and more being added all of the time. So there's always just so many different items that are popping up here, but it's looking like this is going to be the trend, guys. There's not really going to be a bunch of this stuff, and the gift card items are probably going to be retextured of some other item that exists. Like this next item right here, the black shoulder wolf right here. We've got the black shoulder wolf. Will probably come with a gift card from someplace, but this looks like it's basically a black retexture of this one right here, the shoulder wolf. So we've got the shoulder wolf right there. This is a 300 Robux thing, so basically if you get Robux, it's probably going to be something that comes free with a gift card. Next thing right here, we've got the white tiger headphones. You can see these tiger headphones, they do not like Carol Baskin whatsoever. I'm just kidding, inside joke. All right, but then look at these. These are the tiger phones 500 Robux, already on the catalog, has been there for quite some time, and it's definitely a retexture of that. It's like basically the exact same thing, but they made it white instead of orange. So that's a retextured item as well. Right here, the orange Mermaid crown is going to be another one that's coming out soon, but if you look here, we've got the Pastel Mermaid crown, and it is just a retexture of that one. Next item here, we've got the green Ducky floaty right there. We've seen several different colors, I believe, of the Ducky floaty, yellow one, but here's the Plucky Ducky, which is a purple one, and this one came with a toy code. So who knows, maybe these are going to be toy code items. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to start coming up with a whole bunch of new stuff for the toys, because I think they have been doing that so far. Next one, orange Octopus Cap. So we got an Octopus Cap that's orange, and this is the regular Octopus Cap. So basically, this is purple. So it's a retexture of that. Just a happy cuttlefish. Ooh, okay. Yeah, right here, retextured Seashell Crown. They at least called this on the website, on the RBX website. But then here is the original Seashell Crown. So I think the retextured actually looks better, but it's just another item that you can get here for 100 Robux. But I'm just guessing these are just going to be free items that come with the gift cards. This one right here, the cool Guy Caribou 2 Electric Boogaloo. Now that's a mouthful. Definitely to say, but you can see this is just a retexture of this one right here, the cool Guy Caribou. Okay, so one more little item that we're going to mention. We just realized this week, these Teal Techno Rabbit headphones, it looks like that code is now invalid. We can't get these Teal Techno Rabbit headphones anymore, so if you guys saw that video and you're trying to enter it and you didn't enter it when it was available, then you'll see it's invalid right now. So guys, make sure you guys are jumping on those whenever they are available, though. As soon as any of these items are available and there's promo codes, I will make a video to let you know right away. So make sure you're subscribed and you've got the notification bell on so I can keep you guys updated and other things in Roblox news. And thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.